Theme: Women's Voices, War, Memory, and the Pursuit of Peace. 7th March 2026.
I would like to make an acknowledgement of country. Okay, so on behalf of RMIT and the organizing community today, we would like to acknowledge the people of the Woi Wurrung and the Wurrung Wurrung language groups of the Eastern Kulin Nation, on whose unceded lands we are meeting today. RMIT University respectfully acknowledges their ancestors and elders past and present. RMIT also acknowledges the traditional custodians and their ancestors of the lands and waters across Australia where we conduct our business. I'd like to welcome, the President of Chinese Australians for Peace Association, Dr. Jimmy Lee, to deliver the opening remarks. Thank you, Jimmy.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. On behalf of our organizers, I warmly welcome you all to this International Women's Day Forum, Women's Voices, War, Memory, and the Pursuit of Peace. And we are deeply grateful for your willingness to share your knowledge, insights, and commitment to truth and peace. This forum is co-hosted by a few organizations. One is Alliance for Peace and Memory, the Chinese Australians for Peace Association, Friends of Comfortable Women movement, and the Asian Australian Volunteers, and the Chinese Australian Studies Forum at RMIT. That gallery reminded us that peace is not a separate historical outcome. It is a responsibility each generation must continue to strive for. Our generation and the future generations. International Women's Day calls on us not only to celebrate women's achievements, but also to confront the injustices women have endured, especially in time of conflict. Women's suffering in war has too often been marginalized, denied, or silenced. Yet, without listening to women's voices, our understanding of history remains incomplete, and our pursuit of peace remains fragile. History does not speak for itself. It depends on whose voices are heard, whose stories are preserved, and whose suffering is acknowledged. In a time marked by ongoing conflicts, even today, even now, and the rising intolerance and the renewed attempts to misrepresent or overlook historic truth. This forum is not about reopening historic wounds. It is about engaging in respectful reflection and dialogue, and deepen our understanding how unresolved histories continue to shape their lives today, and why honest remembrance is fundamental to reconciliation and lasting peace. And I hope this forum strengthens our shared vision, that is, to honor women's voices and to remember honestly and to work together toward a future built on truth, dignity, and compassion. Thank you.
Accommodations and all these homelessness because they don't have a permanent and safe home. And the statistics tells us 1,163 homeless people in the city of Melbourne, more than 600
This International Women's Day, may we continue to honor women's voices, learn from history, and work together for a future of dignity, equality, and peace. Thank you.
With other war victims. From the late 1980s to the early 1990s, Suzuko's philosophy of shared pain was further reinforced through her encounters with survivors in Malaysia and China who had been subjected to atrocities by Japanese military forces during the war. And this was also influenced by her growing awareness of Japan's war responsibility. Suzuko felt responsible for the inhumane atrocities committed by the Japanese military, as well as for her own actions during the war. She had worked in munition factories during wartime, hoping for Japan's victory. And when her fiancé left for the war front, she wished for himself to kill as many enemy soldiers as possible, earn distinction, and strive for Japan's victory. It was this sense of responsibility that led Suzuko to apologize to Chinese and Malaysian survivors. Through these apologies, her consideration for the pain of others expanded profoundly. Empathy for the pain of others took root powerfully and deeply within her thinking, underpinned by the universal and fundamental principle that the human rights of all people must be respected. Suzuko listened carefully.
We honor the memory of the past by chanting the present practices. We honor the voices of those who suffered in war by listening to the voices of those who are struggling in our offices, our homes, and our community centers today. Let us leave here today committed to more than just a theme. Let us commit to a pursuit of peace that begins with the way we look at, speak to, and value the women in our lives. Thank you very much.
Results of the consultation showed that the number of submissions opposed to the proposal outnumbered those in support. However, as we all know, that's not an isolated case. Beyond New Zealand and wherever the statutories were installed or proposed, criticism, opposition, controversy always seemed to follow. It became the living, breathing evidence of the comfort women system that the world tried so hard to erase. Through key months of Haylodi's voice and through the voices of the many women who came forward.
So on International Women's Day 2026, I would like to share with you a very personal story, which is the story of my great aunt, Dorothy Elms, commonly known as Bud. At the time that Vivian confided in Hinks, she was having her biography written. And Vivian told Hinks that she was having a dispute with her biographer with some of the wording because it was important to her that her story was told truthfully with all the facts. Her biographer didn't want her to publish the whole truth about the massacre on the basis that it would upset the relatives and that the truth was too political.
I'm very honored to have this opportunity to say the final comment.
In Japanese language. In Japanese language. Come off.
You could use First, I want to thank all the speakers for your presentations. I really appreciate that and learned a lot. And I just want to quickly comment on the question of what we can do as individuals in a country like Australia. I think everyone here today, you are already taking the actions. You are already doing your bit. Presence matters. Presence is powerful. Especially, I especially want to applaud young people here today. It's Saturday, it's sunny day, the other young people, they are hanging out with friends in the sunshine, but you chose to be here, choose to learn, choose to understand, choose to. It shows that you care about the world we share, you care about social justice, you care about peace and love, you care about human rights, women's rights. And I especially applaud gentlemen here attending the International Women's Day event. International Women's Day is not only about women, it's about everyone. So I just want to say that thank you just for being here, and let's continue being present, continue living a life with purposes. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, so guys, can I just be self-indulgent and leave you with one last story, okay, for today? So I've been thinking about this because it's very important that we try to understand women as victims during wartime. It's absolutely, important, significant. However, I want to cast a different light on women during wartime today as well, and I will leave you with this one story. Please go home and check out Rosie the Riveter. So basically, the story is that during the Second World War in the United States, because of the massive conscription, so men went to war. So who are left to do the important engineering jobs in the United States? Who are actually manufacturing bullets, ammunition, airships? Okay, women. Okay, so I'm going to give you a song which is used as an advertisement for Rosie the Riveter. So during the war, okay, these women filled in the jobs of men to support men in the war. Okay? Alright, so if I can show this without breaking it, I'm going to just show you this one.
All day long when the rain shine, she's a part of the assembly line. She's making history, working for victory. The regular keeps a sharp record, sabotage, sitting up there on the fuselage. That little regular do more than the regular do. Rosie, the regular Rosie's got a adventure.
Okay, can I invite everybody to stand up and dance? Stand up, please. Okay, alright, let's celebrate women's achievement in the wartime workforce. Okay, come on, come on. Yeah. Yes. You can slowly dance over to the biscuits and tea and continue the dialogue. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming to today's event. Thank you.